Hello world, this is Gemini Wolfstar Gaming, it's Anton, and it's time for more the Somnium Files nirvanA initiative. So last we saw, we got into a Chikara Horadori's. He said his name so much. Somnium. And, you know, I gotta say, while it did confuse me a little bit, I really enjoyed his Somnium. I mean, just the complexities of it were really good. It really had me really using my head trying to figure everything out. And you know, I just with the two Somniums that I've done so far, they've been really good. I'm very pleasantly surprised of how good the Somniums are. And I've only done 2 of them. So it can only go uphill from here. All right, so I wanted to start things off here looking at the persons from 6 years ago in the appendix. Because I'm trying to keep up on things here. And I forgot to look at them last time, which keeps happening. Shoma Enda, 12 years old, birthday's July 12th. He's a 6th grader. Likes Ferris wheels, robots, a certain girl from his school. Gee, I wonder who that could be. Of course, it's clearly Mizuki. Dislikes old-fashioned dirty jobs. That's kind of broad, actually, in comedians. So he dislikes his dad? Oh. Hobbies? Making robots. Skills, mechanics, and decryption. And he's apparently really good at it. Good enough at it to decode the Bats 490 video to find a connection with the Horadori Genetics Institute. It's a good on Shoma with that. He's a bright kid. I can just imagine how he's like, you know, in the future. Komeji's son. He despises his poor comedian dad. He likes being alone and doesn't have too many friends. He should get along swimmingly with Mizuki then. He heads home right away after school to make robots in his room, in the same grade as Mizuki. Right. Because they're the same age. Chikara Horadori. As we had learned, he's 60. Birthday March 28th. Director of Horadori Institute of Genetics. Likes a Can I say this without stumbling too much? Deoxyribonucleic acid and simulation theory, and there's a comma after that, and then just the percent sign. So he likes the percent sign. Dislikes death. A valid dislike, I'd say. Research, experimentation, and collecting hats are his hobbies. Collecting hats, really. So why doesn't he wear a hat then? Skills, using electric drills. Okay. Not quite what I would have expected from a scientist. A brilliant scientist who established the Horadori Institute of Genetics at a young age. The institute mainly researches DNA treatment and gene therapy. He divorced his wife 6 years ago. His ex-wife and daughter now live in Italy, as we learned from Tama last time. and pewter from 6 years ago. Like I think everything is pretty much the same here. Oh, he committed a crime in the past leading to his dismissal, but boss pulled some strings to get his job back. That's different. There, so there's that. And nothing on the other page. Wing sync, a simpler version of syncing. From the AI ball, a strong magnetic wave is shot out to the sync subject. This temporarily numbs the subject's brain and puts them into a faux sleep state to induce a dream. By analyzing the faint brain waves emitted during this time, we can see parts of the dream. It is not a clear image by any means. To investigate more thoroughly, a regular sync needs to be performed. A wing sync can only be performed once a day because of the high power draw. Okay, so that's kind of a con then. You know, in terms of like pros and cons of the wing sync, that's a major con. Can only be done once a day. Can't do it multiple times. A recharge is required before performing it again. Personally, I think the power requirement is a bit much. A vegan. A kind of vegetarian that does not eat anything derived from animals. Pewter is vegan. Did we know that before about pewter? I don't think we did. Oh joy, finger cutting. A custom common among Yakuza. Cutting off your own fingers symbolizes reflection, protest, and apologies. I did not know that's what that symbolizes. Alright, the more I know. Gyro. What Shomo is referring to is a gyro sensor. A gyro sensor utilizes the properties of rotating objects to avoid falling over. Right. You know, I was marveling over his robot that I didn't even notice, and I, of course, didn't even think to click on the robot. Would he have spoken to me? I mean, maybe if we go back to the Enda residence, I can click on him again. That's 490. A video which, upon viewing, is said to lead people to understanding the secret of the world. Oh wait, I can play the video right here? Interesting. Interesting that I can view this from here. I mean, maybe the reason why I can view this here is because to like view it again and maybe like discern any like maybe some hidden clues or something. Or that could be a possibility. I mean, it is a fascinating video, and it's so bizarre that I can't help but... Oh, it keeps going now. Oh, that's the ending right there. Before it cut off at like that multiple window part, but there was just a little bit extra, huh? All right, sorry to keep you waiting, Tama, and not Tama. You have a different T name, Tokiko. Now we'll look around here and talk to her and her bodyguard. I like the waterfalls.
Why would they make something like this indoors?
Why not? It's honestly really cool. It's soothing. And it's soothing.
Who knows?
What should I call this? A pond, maybe? I mean, sure, yeah. Well, it's sure not a river. We'll go with pond for now. It's a pond.
That's the nonupole X, the symbol of Nyes.
Are we happy? Are we happy? I can't talk. We actually have a symbol for Nizet laws now.
Non-upal means consisting of 9.
Okay.
You know how there's single, double, triple?
Yeah.
Non-upal is the 9th.
Did not know that before. That's an interesting word. Non-upal.
So non-upal X means 9 X's?
I guess it would, right?
Seems so.
Did you know that Nizet is derived from 9-exed lozenge?
What does that mean?
Lozenge referring to a diamond shape. In other words, Nizet means the 9 X's of the diamond.
9 X's of the diamond. Nizet Laws is such a mysterious organization. And what the name means makes it even more mysterious. This is the Nize symbol. Apparently it's called non-upal X. Well, I guess first the bodyguard, who apparently... This is Mamoru. Hello, Mamoru. I can wink sync with him? It's Tokiko's secretary, Mamoru. Say something funny.
Something funny.
I didn't mean literally.
There, I said it. Your badge.
Yeah?
That's something phony.
Tama, come on.
What is this? A vaudeville routine? That wasn't funny at all.
A vaudeville routine. You're Tokiko's secretary?
Yeah, but I'm also her bodyguard.
I figured.
I used to be a bodyguard for a certain politician until the end of last year. He was a piece of human garbage.
You got that right. Oh, good on Mamoru for, getting out from under Sosajima and coming to work for, I guess, Nizet Laws. Are they any better? I have to question that.
I slugged him in the face and resigned. Then ended up here thanks to an acquaintance introducing me.
I wonder who the acquaintance is. Exactly. About Nize.
I was only hired recently. I don't know much about it, really.
So I can wink sync with him, but with what I learned from the appendix, I can only wink sync once. Am I gonna have kind of like a choice to wink sync like more than one person in a single day? I do wonder that. And I can wink sync her too. Let's see. It's Tokiko Shigure, the president of the Nize Japan branch. First, I have to press X. How did you end up here?
I had a very hard time finding the place. After all, Nize is a secret organization hidden from the public.
That's a good thing Boss just happened to know someone who knew this location. Otherwise, we would have been out of luck.
Even after I got inside the building, it wasn't easy.
I bet.
The guards, the security gates. If I hadn't met Mamoru at the entrance, I probably wouldn't even have made it to this office.
I know about Abyss, and I know it's trustworthy. That's why I let you through to talk to the president.
Huh. Well, thank you, Mamoru. Let's see. I kind of want to leave That's 490 for last. About
Anyway,
Nize.
I was surprised. I had heard of NICE, the secret organization, but I thought it was just an urban legend. I can't believe it actually exists.
Yes, there has been all sorts of gossip about us. Some claim we're a secret society of Satanists, or that we have something to do with a sequence of binary code that came from space.
Wait, isn't that what we got in the first game from Ota? I think that's right. Because I remember this image of the devil popping up in the first game.
But that's all nonsense. Made-up stories that become more and more embellished as they were passed on. Rumors are quite a terrifying thing.
I mean, they can be, yes.
NICE is a perfectly legitimate ideological society.
Are they really legitimate? I mean, I do have to wonder. I mean, there was such an enigma and a mystery in the first game. So, I really want to know, like, everything about Nizet laws in this game. Get into all the nooks and crannies of this organization and find out what they are exactly about.
Our headquarters are located in New York, with many branches in cities throughout the world. This is one such branch.
I can keep going with Nizet laws. Okay, NICE is an ideological society?
This is a common misconception, but NICE is not a religious organization.
Not religious. Which is what we had learned in the first game, if I remember correctly. Sort of.
We are a group of like-minded individuals who act together based on a certain understanding of the universe.
And that is?
The simulation theory. Have you heard of it?
Can't say that I have.
That the world is an artificial simulation of reality created by someone or something.
The whole world? An artificial simulation of reality? That's an interesting notion. I don't know how I feel about that.
That's the theory.
I mean, like taking this concept and applying it to like real life, I don't know how I feel about it. That just to clarify.
You're saying everything in this world we're living in isn't real?
Yes. It's a false world constructed with specific rules by a program. And if it is made by a program, there must by necessity be imperfections, edges, or seams.
Right. Because with it being a program, not everything is perfect with a program or AI. I mean, like AI in the real world anyway, it is still in its infancy, in my opinion anyway. I mean, I feel like AI is not really going to be a problem or a threat to humankind until like probably the next 50 years or so. Not until then. At least that's what I think.
To find these seams, or to create them, is our objective.
Why would you do that?
If you tear at the seams of a cloth, it will unravel, and a hole will be created. Thusly, we will tear at the seams of the program until it is unraveled, and its people are emancipated. That is our ultimate goal.
This old hag has completely lost it.
Old hag, Tama? She's hardly an old hag. And I don't think she's lost it either. I feel like she has a very extremely level head on her shoulders. How will you tear the seams of the world?
The intersection between the warp and weft. That's where the seam can occur.
Between the warp and weft. What? What's the warp and the weft?
I don't understand.
I'm trying to understand.
You will someday. It is a prophecy. It will be fulfilled eventually.
Prophecy, huh?
What is that?
What is she doing with her hands?
It's a hand sign we use. It's meant to resemble the sign behind me.
Oh. Is that like... Could that be used as like a greeting, I wonder? Can you show me the hand sign again? The hand sign is supposed to be that symbol behind Tokiko. I mean, I guess I could see it. I can keep going with this? What? Why can I do this multiple times? I don't know. What were you doing around 6 a.m. on the 9th?
Judging by the way you asked that, I assume that's Jin's estimated time of death?
She knows what's up.
Well, yes.
I was in Okinawa from the night of the 8th. I had a seminar to attend on the 9th and 10th. I returned to Tokyo late last night.
I checked the logs for hotels and airports, her smartphone access points, and the security footage for each location. It's true that Tokiko was in Okinawa from the 8th to the 10th.
Okay. Rock solid alibi.
So she has an alibi.
As long as you presume Jin's body wasn't brought back with her from Okinawa.
About that's 490.
Considering the fact that you are here, I assume it would be pointless to hide it. Indeed, I had my subordinates create that video.
Why?
Bats 490 was an ARG, just a game. But there was a high-level encryption hiding a message within. We have been seeking high IQ individuals with the capability to decode it.
Well, and that's exactly what Shoma did. So, God. Shoma, at 12 years old, has a high IQ.
The purpose was to recruit them into Nyes.
So this QR video was made for the same reason?
But they wouldn't recruit a kid, would they?
I am aware of that video. I saw it on the news. However, it's completely unrelated to Nyes.
Is it? I feel like they're connected in some way.
I assume someone made it with the intent to imitate Bats 490.
What do you think, Tama?
I mean, I guess that's a possibility.
Hard to say on that alone.
About Chikara.
Do you mean the man from Horodori Institute of Genetics?
So you do know him.
So you do know him.
There we go, calling the next line again. I do that every now and then.
I'm actually here because of a tip I got from him.
Chikara is under arrest?
Not exactly.
No, he was just released earlier. We didn't have enough evidence to keep him detained.
I see.
About your relationship with Chikara.
Chikara is a former member of Nyes.
Former member? Well. So that's the secret he was trying to hide, isn't it?
Though this was over 20 years ago. When he left us, he became an avid believer in the Order of Percent.
The Order of Percent? Interesting name.
Order of Percent?
What is the Order of Percent all about, I wonder? I mean, I take it they're like Nizet laws in some respects.
It's an organization that split off from Nyes. You could say they are a sect.
Right, okay.
The Order of Percent is a religious sect, whereas we are an ideological society.
So that must be why there's some discrepancy with some people's notion of Nizet laws. You know, like with Ota in the first game.
Despite our common roots, we are heading in completely different directions.
Then how did Chikara know that Nyes created Bats 490?
I wouldn't know about that. Perhaps he asked an acquaintance from Nyes.
I have a hard time believing what you just said.
By the way, would you mind if I asked you a question?
What is it?
Are you perhaps a Freyer?
A Freyer? What?
Freyer?
Frey. I thought I heard that somewhere before.
I am asking the person within you.
Did she mean Tama?
What?
I will ask you one more time. Are you a Freyer?
I mean, how am I supposed to respond here? No or yes? I feel like I should save first, just in case. Then again, if I get like some kind of bad ending, I take it I'll just go right back to here. But you never know. Just dots with looking at her. I don't know what I want to choose. I mean, I assume she means Tama. So, what happens if I say yes?
Hey, Ryuki.
What?
As I thought. Then you've realized this world is fictional. Am I correct?
This world is fictional? Oh my god. This world is fictional? I mean... This is getting meta. This is getting very meta. I mean... It's like I'm playing a game that's asking me if this world, the world of this game, is fictional. And so, I mean, it is, but the game itself is the world that Ryuki is in, that everyone is in this game. Is it fictional or is it not? And maybe that could be like one of the big twists of this game, that this world is fictional. That maybe like everything in the past from 6 years ago was fictional. And that everything in the present is not. Or maybe everyone from the past went into the future, went into an unknown future that is the real world, while the past is fictional. I could see that kind of twist coming from an Uchikochi game. So I don't know. It's like, what do you want me to say, Tokiko? What if I say yes? I mean, no.
Ryuki, what's gotten into you?
What?
Then please tell me the nil number.
The nil number?
If you truly are a Freya, you should know it.
Oh no. I think I've dug myself into a hole. I don't know this. I guess this is something I have to come back here to input when I find out the information. I guess for right now, I'm being cheeky. and just a little dirty. Incorrect input. Okay, so I can't... Empty. Let's try... Okay, no. Yeah, I don't know.
So, you don't know. In other words, you lied.
Sorry. I wasn't sure what you wanted to hear.
Oh good, she saw right through it. I thought that I could get her to keep talking if I faked my way through it.
Way to go.
What is a nil number? What is a Freyer? Frey.
Wait a minute. There was that sign with Jin's body. What did it say again? It was like Frey to free, right? Or was that the other way around? No, wait. I think it was Frey to free. So that's referring to like a Freyer?
Right. I remember now.
It was written on that sign.
Yeah.
Frey to free.
I was remembering correctly.
Frey can mean fight, but it can also mean to wear out or tear.
Remember what Tokiko said. Their ultimate goal is to break down this world and emancipate its people.
Miss Shigure, are you sure Nyes didn't make the QR video?
We did not.
But the word Frey was written on that sign in the QR code.
We of Nyes are only involved in Bats 490, which we created half a year ago. We are not the ones who created the QR video.
I mean, if she's telling the truth, which I'm inclined to believe that she is, who would have created it?
The word Frey being displayed on that sign must be a coincidence.
That can't be just a coincidence.
Oh, but it can. After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program.
Are we in the Neo World program?
And such programs always have some glitches lurking under the surface. We call such glitches seams. Coincidences like this are a manifestation of such glitches. Proof of imperfection. Proof of the seams. The appearance of Jin's corpse is also likely to be an example of such phenomenon.
What?
So what is she saying, that Jin's corpse fell through the seams of the simulation? That's what it makes it sound like. So going off of what Iris had said before, that there was some, like, other dimension or whatever. That's not quite what is going on with her saying that, but it's more a tear in the fake reality of this world. I guess that would make some sense, putting things into some perspective.
Are you familiar with the Philadelphia experiment?
No.
It's a top-secret military experiment that's said to have taken place in the American city of Philadelphia on October 28th, 1943.
That would explain why I've never heard of it. That's like 40 years before I was born.
A powerful electromagnetic wave was fired towards the USS Eldridge, a destroyer-class warship. Supposedly, the reason for doing this was to conceal the ship from showing up on radar. But as soon as the experiment began, something strange happened. The Eldridge was enshrouded in a greenish mist, then vanished.
Not just enshrouded in a greenish mist, but also surrounded by, like, green lightning, it looks like.
Afterward, it appeared at a military port in Norfolk, nearly 200 miles away from the shipyard in Philadelphia. Sometime later, it reappeared in its original position again.
So you're saying it teleported?
Well, it's nothing but an urban legend. Just an occult story with low credibility.
The occult is bullcrap. I relayed Tama's story directly to Tokiko.
Yes, exactly. However, the story doesn't end there. When the USS Eldridge returned to Philadelphia, there were several sailors on board, but some of them had melted like a rotten banana, while others ended up with their bodies entirely burned and blackened.
Some of them had melted like a rotten banana. That just makes me think of Steins Gate.
Others were said to have merged with the steel hull, their bodies having become a piece of the ship.
Whoa. This is so making me think of Steins Gate now.
Does that sound familiar?
You mean Jin? Are you saying his right half teleported here?
It isn't impossible. If a seam was torn, that is.
Right.
Impossible.
And that's why it's only half his body? Because only half his body came through the seam? Yoyagi Park. Another new place. Why are we here? Oh, good.
You like this park, don't you, Ryuki?
I feel calm when I'm around nature. It's like I can feel the buzz inside me quieting down. Tama, what do you think about what Tokiko said earlier? Is something like teleportation really possible?
Hey, come on. I told you the Philadelphia experiment is just an urban legend.
Still, we have to take in every piece of information. And and try and figure everything out.
How else can you explain what happened with Jin? We can't deny that his right half suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Jeez. Then why don't we find out for ourselves?
What do you mean? You want to go to the studio right now?
No need. Just close your eyes.
My eyes?
Just do it!
Ah! Like, don't hurt me, Tama. Don't hurt me.
Okay.
Closing my eyes. Don't pistol whip me, Tama. Whoa. Huh. It's like it's all digitally in here.
What the? Did we teleport here?
Are you serious?
We're in Studio Devita, aren't we?
It just seems that way. We're not actually there.
Just as mind is.
Last night, I scanned every nook and cranny of the scene. What you're looking at now is what I replicated using that data.
Wow. It's like I'm actually there. The corpse looks so real.
Want me to put a mosaic over it?
Uncensored is fine.
Yeah, there's no need for censoring, Tama.
Now, less digressing and more investigating. Your objective is to solve the mystery behind the sudden appearance of Jin's right half.
Alright, let's start looking around.
Virtual reality activation. The VR allows you to walk around the scene and gather information. This is wild. Tama's special vision modes, such as X-ray mode, can be applied to everything. Everything, okay. By changing the special mode, what you can inspect will change. Utilize this to find the hidden information. All right. Well, I guess the natural thing to look at first is Jin's corpse. Switch mode L3. Hold to a mode list.
Wow. I can switch to X-ray mode too.
Confirm the status before the body combusted. Okay.
That's because I've gathered all data from the scene.
Wow. And there's a bunch of like bodies behind here. Why? God, why am I in X-ray mode though? Okay, so I held it. So normal X-ray. Okay. Huh. Wild. Very wild. I want to look at the corpse first.
Like I mentioned yesterday, Jin's estimated time of death is 6 o'clock on February 9th. Based on the time his corpse appeared, it should be about 40 hours ago. Rigor mortis seems to be fading already. It's not completely gone yet, but the body has somewhat softened at this point. It should take more time to get to this stage if it's been on a rooftop in the winter. That's why I think this corpse was kept indoors, someplace warm.
Corpse discovery situation. Rigor mortis was already fading and the body had somewhat softened by the time it was found. Okay.
I wonder how deep this sign is embedded.
What do we do at times like these?
Right, the X-ray.
Oh, okay.
The bottom part of the signboard is stuck pretty deep in there.
I can't tell. Everything's so incredibly blue.
There's a bit of a curve at the tip. Kind of like a man's, you know what?
Of course Tama would go there. I think God. It has to be the settings on my TV because I can't see a thing. I think I have to look at my computer screen here for a second to discern it. Okay, I see. There's like a cylindrical piece.
Couldn't you have compared it to a fishhook or something?
Well, it won't come out easily. Whoever stuck it in probably didn't want it pulled out.
Of course not. A signboard would be useless unless it's standing.
Right?
It's useless unless it's standing?
Let's not go there.
Flagpole! God damn.
No, that's not what I meant.
Sign stabbing corpse. The sideboard was stuck in the corpse, so it's difficult to remove. How about if I examine Jin's body while in this mode?
What's this? There's something inside the body.
Oh, here we go. That cylindrical piece that I saw, right?
3 things catch my attention.
3?
First, a mixture of potassium chlorate, sulfur, and red phosphorus.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at my computer screen for this. Okay.
This is probably a fire starter. It would ignite very easily. The fuse is coiled up and extends from there. By the way, the fuse includes an oxidizing agent, so it can continue to burn even inside the body. And finally, at the end of the fuse is a powder mixture of iron oxide and aluminum. This is a substance that causes a thermite reaction. When ignited, it creates heat of over 3,000 degrees Celsius and burns violently.
Inside the corpse is fuel that goes off even with the slightest impact of fuse and a substance that causes a thermite reaction. Why can't I examine other stuff? I mean, shouldn't all I have to look at are the sign and Jin's corpse? I can see the back of the set. There are a bunch of mannequins here. Oh, that's what those are?
What's this?
What?
Getting a better look at it, it looks like something tied to his waist. It's like a spider's thread. No, even thinner.
Oh.
My analysis concludes that this is a CNT, or carbon nanotube. Graphene sheets with the thickness of a single carbon atom. These were rolled into a cylindrical shape to make these nanotubes. The diameter is about 0.4 nanometers. A single nanometer is 1/1000th of 1 meter, so it's not visible to the naked eye.
What? But I can see it.
That's because this thread is made by bundling multiple CNTs. I've also enhanced your vision so you'd be able to see it.
Well, thank you.
By the way, CNTs are extremely durable. They're elastic and hard to break, and it's said that their theoretical maximum tensile strength is 50 times that of steel.
Wow.
Anyway, where is the other end of the CNT connected?
I mean, I can see it like coming from Jin's body and just going straight up past the sign. So yeah, where is it going? It's like going up into the rafters.
That way.
Huh.
Over by that red lamp.
Okay. Light
What's
switch.
this?
It's the light switch.
The CNT is tied to it.
CNT extending from the corpse was threaded through the ceiling beam and tied to the light switch. Very curious. This is fascinating. This whole thing of this virtual reality is just like,
Okay, it looks like we're pretty much done investigating here.
oh, we are. I mean, the whole idea behind this virtual reality mode, of course, was not expecting, but it's kind of like going. It's like going into your own mind, kind of. I mean, that's what it seems like. And then basically looking into your memories of the crime scene and discerning all of the clues that you can find from what you remember of the murder of the crime scene. Boy, this game I feel like is throwing so much at me already. And I'm still in the beginning stages of the game. I mean, granted, this is a branching game. The first one was. So, of course, this is going to be branching as well. So, and this just happens to be the first branch I get onto. So I feel like this is like so incredibly complicated already. But it's fascinating. And I'm just trying to make sense of everything. And that's why I'm like not saying a ton, because I'm like trying to take it all in and like digest it. I'll try and discern it to the best of my ability to understand what they're talking about and what they're trying to lead me into.
Using the clues we've gathered so far, we should be able to solve the mystery.
You mean the mystery of how Jin's body appeared?
I mean, it almost seems like his body was dropped from the ceiling.
That's what you're talking about, right?
I mean, what with this, CNT cord?
Yep.
Truth reenactment allows you to find the truth with the information you have gathered. Answer Tama's questions with the best answer. Only by correctly answering her questions will the truth be reenacted. Okay, so kind of like the reenactments that you get from investigating crime scenes in the Batman Arkham games and Detroit Become Human. It's like that's what I'm getting from this.
Let's get on that now. First thing, about that power outage when the body appeared.
So what is this film reel up here? 0% reenacted. Scenes reenactment. Okay, so we fill in the blanks of the film reel. Okay.
Was it really just a power outage?
Maybe someone just turned off the lights.
I was wondering about that too. The lights came back on way too quickly. Plus, if the power did go out, the stream should have cut out at the same time.
Good point.
But the stream went on no problem.
So it wasn't an outage. The lights were switched off.
So how did the lights get turned off?
Someone turned them off. I'd say that's pretty clear.
Well, I think I know what did it.
How did the lights get turned off? I mean, I take it I go to the light switch here?
That's the switch that powers the lighting.
Yeah, let's not overthink this. Someone simply walked up and flipped this switch.
But who?
But no one was near the switch when the lights went out. Let's try to think of something else.
Okay. Maybe Jin's body then?
There were
CNT
bundled CNTs tied to the body.
Yeah. The CNT extending from the corpse was threaded through the ceiling beam and tied to the light switch.
They were routed through the ceiling beams and onto the light switch.
But a dead body can't pull strings.
Oh, hi, Tommy. You're right in front of my face. And in this form, no less. And that's true. A dead body can't pull strings. So who pulled it?
No, but it can fall.
Right.
From the ceiling, I mean.
So it's like I thought.
Now that you mention it, I thought I heard something hit the floor right after the lights went out.
Did we get a sound effect for the body hitting the floor? I don't think we did. I mean, it just seemed to have like appeared like out of nowhere, like it didn't fall, like it just appeared there instead of falling in place.
The body fell from the ceiling and tugged on the CNT, which caused the light switch to turn off.
So on to the next question. The corpse was hidden up in the ceiling, right? Then how did it fall?
Someone had to have made him fall, right? The ceiling beams were damaged. The culprit dropped it from above. The CNT attached to the switch was pulled, or the rigor mortis softened. I mean, the idea with the rigor mortis having softened kind of gives this whole thing the idea of like kind of like a delayed fuse in a way, like this, like the body slowly softened to the point where it just fell on its own, and then no one actually dropped it from up in the ceiling. I wonder.
The culprit used the mechanism of the body softening after rigor mortis. The body must have been placed up in the ceiling like a bridge between two beams. It would stay up there while the body is still stiff.
Yeah.
But as time passes and rigor mortis lessens, the corpse softens.
And that's what made it fall down. Now, for the final question.
I'm glad I thought of that.
Why did the body explode and burn?
I feel like this is the biggest question.
Well, that can be explained by using the X-ray mode.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go into... I have to go back to my computer screen for this. Okay, so... corpse. Right?
It's because of the contraption set up inside the body. The ignition agent combusted from the impact of the body hitting the ground.
The one of those two cylinders, right?
The fire went up the coiled fuse and onto the substance that triggered a thermite reaction. The substance was eventually ignited, causing a huge explosion.
So that interval between the fall and explosion was because of the time it took for the fire to reach the end of the fuse. I get it. It was hard to find traces of that trick because it was such an analog method.
Right? It's a very analog method. Feels very old school.
All right, I think we're starting to figure things out here. So you can turn off this VR space now.
Things are starting to fall into place. Kind of pun intended.
No, not yet.
We're not done?
That was just a rehearsal. We still have the main show.
What do you mean?
We're recreating the culprit's actions.
Are you telling me to do that?
You're the only actor here, aren't you?
Ryuki's gonna be like, I'm no actor.
Actor?
So, I'm Tama, the director and camera operator. Now that I'm in the director's chair, I'm not going to tolerate shoddy acting. So keep that in mind.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we recording something?
Of course we are. We're testing a theory here, so we need to create something that can be viewed objectively.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
Shut your stupid mouth, you third-rate bit part actor!
Hey, that's uncalled for.
Are you too much of a moron to figure this out without the director having to tell you everything?
But
Just zip it and play the culprit. If we're doing this, we're going for the Macademy Award.
Macademy?
Macademy? Like the nuts?
No. As in the Academy Awards.
Enough! Let's get the ready!
Whoops. I accidentally advanced.
Enough! Let's get this started! Ready!
It's now or never, Ryuki.
Action!
Hi! I'm, the culprit who killed Jin.
This is not very convincing, Ryuki.
Now, prepare to witness an amazing show featuring this corpse.
Not only is your acting amateurish, but I don't even understand what kind of character you're trying to play here.
I am an amateur.
Well, this is just the beginning, so I'll give you a pass for now.
I always really love it when, an actor, or whether it be in, live action or in a voiceover, where the character has to act something out and they're really bad at it. I always find it so much fun when the actor who is playing the part has to pretend to be a bad actor. I find it so much fun. And it gives me a good laugh.
Let's start with the positioning of the body. Where and how was it placed?
Well, it was right here. The body was placed so it was hung like a bridge between two beams.
You can place it like this because it was stiff from rigor mortis. So that's how they did the light trick.
Carbon nanotubes, CNT, were tied to the body. The CNT went up the beams and extended downward, onto the light switch.
CNT is too thin to be seen with the naked eye, so no one noticed it.
I've got it all set up. Now I just need to wait for the rigor mortis to subside.
So you kind of have to wonder then, how long was the body up there for? I mean, the rigor mortis needs to soften. So, exactly how long was the body up there for? Days? Weeks? Who knows? I guess, at this point.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in character?
Boy! I sure hope the corpse gets softer soon!
His delivery, and also, what is he doing with his body?
It needs to be soft and squishy! Like an octopus!
This scene makes no sense. I'm cutting it out.
I guess this will be a part of the deleted scenes on the DVD and Blu-ray.
You made me do it!
And after time passed, rigor mortis began to subside.
And whoop.
The body falls, and the impact sets off the ignition agent inside it. The fire travels up the fuse line.
Soon after, a staff member turns on the lights.
Bam! A body appears, as if it teleported in out of nowhere. Sometime later, the burning fuse inside the body reaches the explosives.
Woo!
And that is the truth behind the corpse's sudden appearance and explosion!
Cut! Good work! I got some nice footage of the reenactment.
I still don't understand why the acting was necessary.
Because everything's necessary.
It all makes sense now. That corpse didn't teleport here after all.
Of course it didn't. Though the culprit obviously wanted it to seem that way.
Yeah. To create an illusion of how it appears.
Half of a body just suddenly appearing out of nowhere. Just like the Philadelphia experiment. Someone went through all that trouble to make it look like something strange occurred.
I think they also wanted to draw as much attention as possible to that sign. All so they could spread that QR video.
It makes sense. Tama's standing there, or so it seems. About the time rigor mortis would subside. This is the one thing that I'm really interested in.
The culprit must have wanted the body to fall during the live stream, right?
Yeah, so it had to have been set up in advance.
It would have been pointless otherwise. But could they really predict when rigor mortis would dissipate so accurately?
It's like only a scientist would know. Well, not just a scientist, but also a mortician would know when rigor mortis would dissipate.
The culprit didn't put the corpse up on the ceiling beams while it was completely stiff.
What?
It had to have been after the body had started to soften, just slightly.
Well, okay. In that case, then that makes a little more sense. It's like I was a little confused with what she said just right before.
That way, they could estimate that the body would fall in a few hours or so. The stream was scheduled for a whole 6 hours.
Which would give plenty of time for rigor mortis to soften.
The culprit was fine as long as the body fell sometime during that period.
So then I guess the question is the culprit one of those who was in the studio at that time? I mean, you do kind of have to wonder. Which really puts some implications on some people there. I mean, there were like 7 people there, so could one of those 7 could have possibly been the culprit? I don't like the implications behind this. I mean, we have all the contestants plus, Komeiji. I'd hate to think that it was any of the contestants. So, I guess suspect numero uno for me is Komeiji. About the reason the corpse's cross-section was facing downward.
That body fell from the studio ceiling. If it fell sideways when it landed, the culprit's plans would have been ruined.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, like you said, it would have been pointless unless the sign was standing erect. Just like a man's you-know-what.
I knew she was going to follow up with that.
Again with that joke? Besides, it is not useless when it's not erect.
You're not helping Ryuki.
Exactly.
What?
There was another purpose to the sign. It's the same reason darts and rockets have tails.
I get where she's going with this.
I get it. The cut surface would naturally face the ground because of that sign. It was meant to control the body's posture as it fell.
Yeah. Why did the culprit blow up the corpse? For a show? Maybe? I mean, this was going to be on a live stream.
Their goal was to make it seem like a supernatural phenomenon. That's why they couldn't leave the CNT on the scene.
Because it would give away the trick?
Right.
So that's why they caused a thermite reaction and destroyed the CNT.
Okay. CNT is highly
to wrap it all up,
flammable carbon material. It doesn't stand a chance against 3,000 degree temperature. That's really hot, jeez. But it bonds with oxygen to create carbon dioxide, which helps extinguish the flame. Okay, that was useful trivia. So thank you.
the culprit's motive was to make this seem like a supernatural phenomenon and to spread the QR video, right?
I don't know if that's all there is to it, but probably.
There probably is more to it, isn't there?
I wonder why Jin was chosen.
Who knows?
Where could his left side be?
It hasn't been found yet. Anyway, starting our search with the people who might have the intel we need is the #1 rule of investigation, right?
Like who?
Jin's right half was up in the studio ceiling the whole time we were shooting the show. There must be someone who knew about it, or at least noticed it.
You mean... the director, Shinpei Wagai.
I mean, I guess we can't discount him.
Right.
I mean, he was a former Yakuza. So, yeah.
Where is he now?
I've tracked him down using his smartphone GPS. He's in Akihabara right now, at the maid cafe Sunfish Pocket.
We haven't been there yet. Let's see. Tokiko has been added. Tokiko Shigure, 53 years old. She doesn't look it. February 15th is her birthday. President of Nizet Law's Japan branch. Likes the flow of water. Makes sense with the waterfalls. Flow of time. X, diamond shapes. And bugs, meaning glitches. She has no dislikes. Really? She has no dislikes? Oh, and she's doing that sign, the Nizet Law's sign with her hands in her picture. I just noticed that. Hobbies, simulation theory research. Skills, prophecy. So she's a prophet? Is that it? The president of NICE Japan. A believer in simulation theory, she sincerely believes that the world she lives in is fake and was created by someone. Who, though? I guess. if we're actually going with that. She has no interest in living a long life in this world. Although her age is 53, so it's like how much longer then? Mamoru Bodai. Age is unknown. May 25th is his birthday. Tokiko's secretary / bodyguard. Likes Tokiko. That's his only like. Dislikes men, manliness, and testosterone. Hobbies, making scrapbooks from tabloid magazines. Interesting hobby. Skills, self-defense, and martial arts. Previously worked under So Sejima, but is now the secretary and bodyguard of Tokiko Shigure, the president of NICE Japan. Not the best personality, but is loyal to his employer. I mean, he was loyal under Sho until he wasn't, so if anything, he is loyal to a point. Rigor mortis softening. Explanation: Tama is explaining how corpses soften after rigor mortis. Usage example. I was watching porn yesterday when my mom walked in. I went from rigor mortis to soft in an instant. Oh my god. They had to go there. I've unlocked almost all of the manuals. Just 6 more left. Well, this game continues to get more and more interesting. I mean, just everything with the virtual reality thing was not just cool, but a really fascinating way to pick apart the crime scene. It was kind of rather ingenious, if you ask me. Though I think I have to mess with my TV settings if we do more of that. Because I don't want to have to resort to looking at my computer screen. Otherwise, because I'll be looking down and I don't want to have to keep doing it that way. So, yeah, I'll have to mess around with my TV settings with using that X-ray mode. I have to say, so far, this game is exceeding my expectations as a sequel to the first game. I mean, it's, like I said, so different, but so similar at the same time. Which a good sequel should do. And it is doing that in spades. So I am thoroughly enjoying this game so far. So I cannot wait to sink my teeth into this game even more. I will officially stop it here, so I hope you all enjoyed watching this episode, and if you did, a like, favorite, and claw that subscribe button to become part of the pack. And I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you may be.